just a little mud. Knowing full well he's fixing to lose his life. I refuse. It wasn't even written, thou shalt not commit adultery. Do you know that? And Joseph wouldn't even have anything to do with Potiphar. Exodus 20 wasn't even written yet. But he had such a conviction. He said, how can I do this thing against God? Dignity, integrity. The Lord's quickened one thought to my mind. Let's stand. If there's one thing that we need in our churches, is integrity. Now I want to tell you something. We need integrity among our men. I just spoke with a young man who used to be a preacher who had fallen in adultery and is no longer in our organization. Okay? He said, Clifton, he said, I spoke with a priest when I was 17, 18 years old, and he said something that to this day bothers me. He said, I don't understand about you Pentecostals. He said, you live a life always condemned about your past. He said, what y'all need is some priests to talk to. He has a point. That's why Paul said, or James said, he said, confess your faults one to another. That's their provision. You know the reason we don't? The reason we don't confess our faults one to another is because we confess our faults to one and it goes to another. Elder Dean, I need somebody that I can go to in confidence and say, Elder Dean, don't turn me into the board, please. Now, I know I'm just saying things that are crazy. I'm just telling you the truth. That's right. I need someone that I can trust. That's not going to go and tell somebody else. I've got weaknesses. I know you think I'm something because of this little meeting here. I'm a dirtbag, man. I've got weaknesses. I've got all kind of problems in my life. I got to have somebody, and I do. I've got somebody that I call and I say, look, man, I'm struggling, man. Help me. And to see to him, I'm not this big pastor. I'm not this youth camp person. I'm Cliff with weaknesses. But I have found a man of integrity that I can go to and confide in. And if there's one thing we need among ourselves, men, is a brotherhood and integrity in ourselves. And I'm not just talking about men, but specifically preachers. When you physically die, you give up the ghost. When you die spiritually, you give up spirit. The devil doesn't mind you having the Holy Ghost as long as you don't have spirit. Spirit. Holy Ghost will save you, but spirit will save someone else. Let's lift our hands to the Lord.